The local director of a mission group in Haiti, along with 2 Americans, were attacked and killed by gang members in the capital city of Port-au-Prince. Those attacks last week come as Haiti remains under siege from violent gangs. According to the UN, nearly 80% of the capital city remains under gang control. Authorities in Haiti are waiting for a United Nations-backed police deployment from Kenya in an effort to regain control. So I'd like to welcome in Haitian journalist James Pierre. James, it's so great to speak to you again. Crazy situation, lots of chaos still in Haiti. What was your reaction to this recent news of these young American missionaries, this couple killed in Haiti?
It was a pleasure to be with you, Nichole. I just about 2 minutes ago, before we go live on air, I spoke with the spokesperson of the Haitian National Police with the latest information about what really happened, too soon. 3 young lives taken too early on a very, very disturbing situation, as we know. You mentioned about Haiti. It's really disturbing, showing how deep the level of insecurity is in Haiti. The spokesperson told me here's what really happened. They came from church, and apparently 5 to 7 gang members attacked them at once. They tied Davy, took him to the house. They vandalized the house, took whatever they had, and they left. But moments later, they came back. At that time, the missionaries were alive. They came back moments later with more gang members. Apparently, there was someone inside the house or around the house, fired at the gang members and killed one of them. Then this is the moment where everything went off, where the gang members were shooting at every single areas of the house, and they finally entered the house, shot and killed all 3 missionaries, including the director of the mission, Jude. And later, the very sad news, later they found the body of Jude and David burned before they left the house. Very disturbing situation that we are describing now.
Right, James. So how likely is it that the families of any of these 3 victims will get justice? Because we're talking about gang violence. We're talking about what seems to be absolute lawlessness.
Great question. That's the same thing I asked the spokesperson, Gary Deosier, and he told me this is still an ongoing investigation, but he assured me that the Haitian National Police, together with U.S. law enforcement, they are working to find who's behind those crimes, and apparently they will be arrested and brought to justice. But we know how long it will take before they can identify some of them, and how long, if we are so lucky, for them to be arrested and eventually brought back here to the United States to face justice.
And kind of, James, describe the situation right now in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince.
Well, 3 months ago, we know how terrible the situations were in Haiti, where airports were closed and the ports as well. Now we are slightly seeing a little change in terms of safety in Port-au-Prince. The Haitian National Police, they are fighting very strong to regain some of the areas. Apparently, the great news of the international forces, the Kenyan police officers coming to Haiti, kind of like give a break to the gang members. They are not operating the same way they used to do. But we are hoping that this mission will not only stay in Port-au-Prince, but also stay in different parts of Haiti to fight really gang members on the ground. And the most important thing is identify who's behind the gang members, because you can go around the poor neighborhood and shot and kill some of the people with the weapons. But if you do not go to the roots of the problems, then it'll probably still stay there. So Haitian people in Haiti and also Haitians in the diaspora are asking the international mission to not only fight violence with violence, but also to identify the mastermind behind the gangs.
Absolutely. Haitian journalist James Pierre with a very important update there. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.